Good morning and welcome to Ginger Welsh Allotments. I'm over here quite early this morning. It's 7 o'clock, and the reason I'm over here early is because I've had a wood chip delivery from my local tree surgeon, which is very kind of him. He said he had some wood chip and he dropped it off. And one of the viewers, Chrissy Lauren, very kindly wrote in one of my comments when I was saying about grass in the whole area that her council do wood chip drop-ins for free, and she puts them on her allotment for the paths and things. Well, I looked into it here and I haven't had a reply of our council, but they're quick enough mind asking me for my brown bin money, but when I want anything off them, anyway, that's beside the point. So I got in touch with the local, well, not my local tree surgeon, who does various bits and bobs around my back garden, and asked him for if he had some wood chip, and he has. So I'll show you the pile he's brought me. So I come over because he phoned me last night to say he was going to drop it at my gate, and I wasn't quite sure where he was going to drop it, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't in anybody else's way, but he hasn't, because he's a very sensible chap. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below if any of you are in the Suffolk, Essex area looking for a tree surgeon. I'm sure Chris will be happy to help out. So I'm going to put this on the gooseberries and raspberry patch, which will hopefully create a big enough layer that I won't have to keep weeding around them. And I'm just going to go and get the barrow and spade now. I won't shift it all, but I'll try and get some of it done. After about 20 minutes, here's the raspberry patch. So I only now need to weed a little bit in the middle where the soil is. So that's reduced my workload a lot, and hopefully I can repeat it with these gooseberries, red currants, black currants, and blackberries and tayberries. I don't think I got enough to do the strawberry patch, but you never know. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I'm really happy. Hopefully it'll save me a lot of work. So hello, I've left the wood chip alone for a bit, and I'm over back on the blackberries working on them. And as you can see, I've put some string on the canes and I'm about to tie the blackberries in, which is going to be a real fiddly job. So I shall get underway, and what I want is all the blackberries going in one direction, because if they all go in one direction, when the new growth grows next year, you tie that on in the other direction, so then you know that one direction is 1 year and the other direction is the other year. So I'm going to get going with that now, and I'll show you how I get on. I'm about halfway through now, and I wanted to show you one of the bushes that have rooted themselves. So I'll just grab my secateurs. Now, round here, I noticed this in the floor, and I wasn't sure if it was part of this plant or if it was a long one that had rooted itself. And I've traced it back, and it's actually belonging to the last plant along there. So it's self-rooted itself at the end. So in theory, if I snip it off there, I've now got a new blackberry bush, which I don't really want, but I might pot it up and see if someone else wants it for next year. So I'm going to leave that there at the moment, and then this can just go in to be tied in like normal. Now I'll get on with doing the rest of it. That's them all tied in. Hopefully they'll all stay in place, and I didn't have to lose too many branches as I went. The branches were quite flexible really, and I'll keep an eye on them, and if any branches sort of come this way, then I'll just snip them off. So now I'm going to weed around the plants and bring some of the wood chips through, which will hopefully stop me having to weed too much around this patch. So I'll show you when I'm done. So this is how the fruit garden is looking after I got all that wood chipped down. I didn't have enough to do my strawberries, and I didn't have enough to finish off my gooseberries. But there's my children making a racket. So I best get going. And yeah, I'm happy with that. All I can say about that is lovely job.